Wow, welcome 2021. This is most definitely not the first video of 2021 that I wanted to make, especially when Twitter blocks me for the first time ever for simply expressing my views. Why, you may ask? I simply politely asked the President of the United States, of course none other than Donald J. Trump, to stop the protests. That's all I did. I simply asked him. I genuinely politely asked him to just stop the protests. You want to do something like this? Hey jackass, call it off already. Stop being such an ass about a simple loss. The rest of us, the world, thought you were a joke. Now you're a retard and a joke. That's it. That's all I said. That's being polite. I mean, come on. People have said worse things on Twitter. I mean, for heaven's sake, how many things has he tweeted about that are racist and bigotry? That's what I'm saying. I mean, how many things has he tweeted about that are racist and bigotry and discriminatory and fascist and sexist? All sorts of things, basically. Alright, look. You guys are already going through a lot. I'm not gonna make it any more difficult than it already is. Though I can guarantee that. But I'm gonna say stuff. To be fair, Twitter is being extremely blocky, and they have blocked Donald Trump's tweets, but his are particularly defamatory. I mean, he's been promoting and inciting everything that's been happening. So
this was a fraudulent election.
On the other hand, I'm not doing that. I was just asking him to call off the protests. I mean, come on the basis of promoting violence against, threaten, or harass other people on the basis of race, ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity. Why are they separating gender and gender identity? They just say gender, man. Stop complicating things. Religious affiliation, age, disability, or serious disease. What do you mean? I did not discriminate against him on either of those grounds. What are you talking about? Is it the word retard? What do you mean? Retard is a word that simply means slow in progression or lacking progress in some way. Depends on the context that one uses a word. I mean, that's not my fault that some people abuse the word to make fun of people who are mentally challenged or handicapped in some way. In this case, I'm calling him a retard because he's being a little slow. Okay, he's sluggish. He's displays some form of dementia of some sort. But why can't I call him a retard still? Doesn't mean he has a disability. He hasn't come out and says, I have a disability. So what are the grounds and basis of blocking me on Twitter? What's up, Twitter? Do you just hate that I'm making fun of the president? Is it because it's coming from someone who's not an American? Huh? What? Come on, man.
The number one branders in the universe is the United States. They made United States seem like it's the best place in the world to be.
This is ridiculous, okay? It's a joke. He has said a lot of stupid things before. Why block him now of all the times? Why not all the other times? Look, in any case, fine, Twitter blocked me, whatever, so I'm gonna make a video about this. To my American compatriots out there who are shaken by the recent events, I would just like to say, we feel you, we're with you, we hear you, we pray with you. Don't be shaken by this, be strong, and brace yourself because I'm about to talk about it. For the record, I personally take no pleasure in making this video, maybe just a little bit, but I take no pleasure in the events that are going on. Why? Because I know that we're a global community, and I thought I'd give this my own feel, which to others who neither share the same sentiments as their fellow Americans and people like myself, I would just like to ask a couple of questions for pondering's sake. Why are you upset? Like, seriously, what upsets you? Is it your American values? Is it your sense of justice, liberty, freedom, unity, democracy? What are American values exactly? I understand why you could be upset, because it's a threat to the very fabric of your American values, if you may. I mean, I'm just wondering. Let me read a little post by someone I'm connected with who happens to have his own views. These are his views, exclusively his views and not my views. White supremacy and American exceptionalism are two sides of the same coin, and both are deceptions. America, you cannot sort this out by a claim to being great. You have to sort it out by acknowledging your brokenness in humility. What happened today was not unexpected. It is a culmination of what you have become. You have, over the years, been the world's bully, and now you have a bully in chief as your president. You are literally experiencing the medicine you have dished out to others. You have interfered in other countries' democratic processes, undermining the will of the people, and as you have done it, you have pretended you are different at home. Close quote. Oh, Nigel, yeah, such a penmanship. So, what do I think about that? Now, somebody suggested this to me that we should mind our own business in Africa. Oh, well, to that I say humanity has no borders, okay? The present shape of Africa is a result of the affairs of other continents and what happens in other countries. I mean, you don't have to be super educated to know that there's something called economics. Really, nobody has to be interested in another country's affairs. But that doesn't make it irrelevant. After all, we are in a pandemic again, right? Where did the virus originate from again? I mean, I'm just saying, but why should I care? I have enough problems of my own in my country, right? So why should I care? So America, what are you upset about? Are these events misrepresenting what some of you think about your country? Are they exposing you of what your country has always been in the shadows, perhaps? I don't know, I'm just asking. Maybe not to some of you, but to be fair, that's not how you see your country. Nobody sees their country like that. Nobody wants to think the worst of their country. Maybe not to some of you, that's not how it's been. But definitely to somebody out there, maybe how you feel at this moment is how some people in other parts of the world have always felt about America. Some ask, what about Black Lives Matter? Hey Ben, what about Black Lives Matter? What about Black Lives Matter? What about BLM? Are you asking because you're admitting that this is wrong? I mean, BLM, I could see them right now. They protested on Capitol Hill. I mean, yeah, what about them? That definitely looked like it was really bad. I mean, seriously, compared to this now, that's a lot of security right there. I mean, even the cops are taking selfies with the culprits, with the terrorists.
What you choose to put out there is what the world is going to get. Because I can tell you right now, in Chicago alone, there's more people dying in Chicago than there was in the war in Iraq. But you would never see that. There's a lot of things that's happening in the U.S. that you would never see because they choose to show you what they want you to see. It's about country integrity. You have a certain reputation you have to keep. No one puts their family business out into the street. But then when you look online, there was over 25,000 attacks in the U.S., but you only knew about maybe 5 or 6.
This is a form of terror. Yo, does anybody know that this is a form of terror? I mean, if I didn't know any better, I can see from some pictures, cops actually running away from the culprits, like backing them up because none of them are wearing masks, by the way. By the way, we are still under a pandemic, and a lot of the dudes are not even wearing masks. I bet that's what the cops are mostly scared of. They're just like, back up, man. Just, hey, back up, back the hell up, man. Don't breathe your corona on me. I bet that's what they're doing. Look, if some of you are really comparing this to the BLM movement, maybe some of you need to check yourselves a little closer than your perceived idea of greatness. Maybe that's a problem right there. America, the great land of the free, home of the brave. That's how it goes, right? I don't know. This is not a formality. This is domestic terrorism on a serious note over a perceived sense of injustice, perceived sense of some stolen victory. Victory? Victory over what? Over who? Heck, I thought you were united though. I mean, the United States of America. This is what happens when you elect leaders without accountability. In this case, for way too long. This is what happens when racists opt to elect the worst of their kind into office in response to removing a black man, or in this case, refusing a female candidate. I guess it creates a culture of domesticated hatred. A reality that begs that you stop living in an alternate reality and face the truth that's been staring you in the face, even as we speak. If America is so great, why is he still the president? I mean, it didn't take long for people to remove Gaddafi. Hosni Mubarak was like, out of here. Just like that. I mean, I'm just saying, maybe you guys are more democratic than some of us, so what do I know, right? I'm just an African. He continues to lie and call.
So go home. We love you. You're very special.
These terrorists good and loved. He loves them and they're encouraged Why is he so afraid of losing? Does anybody ask why he's so afraid of losing? Like, seriously, why is this man afraid of losing and stepping down? Why can't he just do what's good for the country if it's not about him? But because it's about him, what's he afraid of? What happens after you're not a president exactly? That makes me really wonder. Once you're not a president anymore, you become what's called fair game. Which begs one to wonder, what's he hiding? Because that means there's a whole lot of people you've upset and people that you've made enemies with who are eagerly waiting for an opportunity to tear you up. See, when you're president, there are policies and there are limitations to what media and individuals can do and say about you, such as censorship, such as classification, such as breach of security that could be used to limit what media could say or not say about you. You got some control of what can happen around you. But when you're not a president anymore, this guy is screwed, and he knows it. That's why he doesn't want to lose. But once again, I ask, the God-believing America the Great, really though? America the Great? Maybe this is a time to reflect and really wonder and think, what really makes America great? Or this is just one of those things that are giving us an expose? I don't know, I'm just an African, but hey, you tell me. Still praying for you guys out there. Stay strong. It's time to reflect. If you like this video, please do subscribe, do like. For more updates, hit the notification bell if you want to get more content. What a time to be alive.